All right. Yes. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday Live, or happy any day you decide to listen and watch us. Who is us? We'll get to that because, man, Elimination Chamber has officially ended. It was wild. It was pretty damn good. And because of people like our guy Acting.Banks on Instagram, hey, we look real prophetic right now, and we on the ones that matter. You know, we doing the marquees to a T, if you know what I mean. So listen, it's time. It's time we talk about wrestling, and like nobody else in the world, obviously. All right. So that means get ready because it's time for the first Black Champ podcast. And much like Desi Banks, I am still your podcast Intercontinental Champion, Cam from the Port.
And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download to the Barbershop Network, home of First Black Champ. Make sure you follow us on everything everywhere you can listen to your podcast. Also, make sure you follow us on everything the FBCPOD. Apparently, we are the feds. Because we not even gonna get the merch link in the bio. We not even gonna waste time.
Yeah, man.
We've been telling y'all, we didn't just tell y'all this last week.
Yeah.
We've been saying ever since it was announced that the WWE was leaning towards Cena versus Cody. Mm-hmm. That somebody got to turn heel.
Yeah.
Somebody got to. We came to we gave y'all, we broke down what would happen if it was one or the other. I even told y'all that I'm going to give y'all a different Guarandamntees because as much as I wanted it to be CM Punk, we knew damn well it was going to be Cena. Camp even told y'all it was going to be Cena and Cena was going to be the guy. I even told y'all, hey, if it's the last thing of the night, expect chicanery. We've been talking about this.
Yeah.
As Banks just said, we've been talking about the potential triple threat between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk ever since December.
Yeah.
We've been telling y'all about a lot of this. So, just like I told y'all, we would do anytime there is any type of be knowing alert.
Yeah.
We've been telling y'all.
Let's go.
We've been telling y'all a lot of this stuff to the point we said the E got to be listening to the show.
Yeah.
They got to be looking at the YouTube. They got to be listening to the show. Russ, I'm glad that you said that because if I was at the scrum last night, I even told my wife this because my wife was watching it with me last night and she don't necessarily watch wrestling with me a lot. But when she watches wrestling, it's major moments. And even she was like, damn. We both watched the scrum. I said last night, the question, unless I missed it, that I was mad they did not ask The Rock, do he want other souls?
Yeah.
Like, do they want other souls? Is this going to be something? Yes, Donnie. This podcast was damn near birthed on the fact that Cody Rhodes married a black woman and life ain't been the same for him since.
Oh, man.
Yes, from the guy who been told y'all that Hogan was a heel, from the guy that told y'all The Rock was COINTELPRO, from the show that's been giving you all of this shit.
Yeah, man.
I am telling y'all, tell a friend to tell a friend, this is the podcast you listen to.
It really is. It really
is. This is the podcast you listen to. These be knowing moments is not far and few between. It is damn near every episode. We be trying to tell y'all ass, give y'all ass a heads up, a little bit of a warning, a spoiler alert, all of this shit. First Black Champ is the podcast you go to for not only the real conversation about wrestling, fuck a drop toe hold, fuck a goddamn sleeper talk, fuck all of that shit. We gonna tell y'all what y'all need to know. If you ain't watched wrestling in a while, this is the podcast you listen to, because we gonna break it down, Kemp.
Yeah, with details.
But we've been telling y'all this for quite some time. And now we are here. We are officially on the road to WrestleMania. And what did we get, Camp, last night? Matter of fact, I'll ask you. Is that what we saw last night? John Cena turning heel finally. Was that the greatest heel turn of all time?
Man, it's high. It's real high up there. But if y'all saw the thread last night, y'all already know why I got this out the number one spot. And it ain't got nothing to do with John Cena. It ain't got nothing to do with The Rock. It ain't got nothing to do with me loving Cody Rhodes. So as you can see, I left one person out. We in Toronto. So this ain't even America. Okay, they let us know it wasn't America when the show started too. Hey, respect to Canada, no smoke. But dog, I wouldn't have been mad if it was Flow Rider. I wouldn't, because him and The Rock look alike, low key. I wouldn't even be mad at that. He could have came out there with the game and whack 100, and I'm like, okay, this is odd, but this do make sense. But Travis Scott, dog. Travis, the fuck you doing there, bro? And what you doing trying to participate? I thought he was just supposed to be there, get his song off, and then walk to the back. Like, what happened to that? What happened to celebrities before big moments just chilling? Okay? If he was more Logan Paul-esque, I wouldn't have a problem with any of this. But dog, Travis Scott in there, he messing up the scene with, when they got Cody on the ground. He slapping him for real in the face.
Hard
like,
as hell.
Yo, Travis, the fuck are you doing, son? So for me, no joke though, even though I felt it coming, pause. I do have this in the top 3 right now. I wouldn't be mad at 2. But Travis Scott, bro. Dog, you messed up what might have been the greatest WWE heel turn of this decade. Just because you're there and you don't know what to do.
This is the ultimate nitpicking of all time. Let me just say this. Yeah. This is the ultimate nitpicking of all time. But you are goddamn right. Travis Scott had no business being in the ring for this, to the point where when they came out, I was like, all right, that's dope. They doing Fiend. All right, I feel it. I start. Yeah. But then when he continued to walk, I was like, where he going?
It's like, bro.
Not gonna shake up and go to the back. The Sage shit, at first I thought he was rolling up and smoking in the ring. And I was like, come on, fam. And then they was like, it was Sage. But still, I was like, why? Like, what? Like, is he burning? What spirit is he burning here? Like, what is he doing? That is the only reason.
He was better off rolling up.
Yeah, he was better off rolling up.
Hey, smoking that Cody pack.
Right.
Oh, I mean, what are we doing? Hey, look, if you're supposed to be the YN there, then do the YN stuff.
In fact, I was so upset that Pat McAfee didn't say, oh, no, that's not Sage. He rolling up that Cody pack. I was
right.
Also,
save the whole moment. Saved it.
Now, mind you, y'all, this is nitpicking at its finest.
For sure.
The other part is, I wasn't too thrilled with the announcers. I am sorry. Even though Michael Cole cussed, I was like, this could have been better in expressing why you're so disappointed at John Cena, and why Wade Barrett should have been like, I told y'all last. Yeah. See, the reason why Bash at the Beach is number 1 is not because of Hogan, Not because of the leg drop, not because of the reaction of Lex Luger and Macho and Sting. No, not because somebody got hit upside the head with some tissue. I am about to give flowers to Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Listen,
I tweeted out last night, John Cena, you can go to hell. Because to me, Tony Schiavone being absolutely shocked and Bobby the Brain Heenan telling everybody, I told you so, made that heel turn so much bigger than it needed to because they had the voice. I think the only two things that fell short in this heel turn last night was I wasn't necessarily thrilled with the reaction of the announcers until Michael Cole said, stop this shit or whatever he said. And why was Travis Scott there? Outside of that, the most underrated part, and I want, it is mainly because I ain't heard conversation about this yet.
Okay.
John, you could tell John Cena was turning heel as soon as Rock got in the ring. I want you guys, like, I was sitting there telling her, oh, I think it's gonna happen. Cause John Cena, and if you watched that heel turn last night and you didn't watch John Cena's body language and how he was acting throughout the conversation, this is when we tell y'all, what's my man name last week that was trying to get on us with the AEW shit? I forgot my man name.
Damn.
Oh, Eddie or some shit.
Yeah.
This is when we tell
Ernest,
you,
but no Eddie.
This is when we tell you the cameras on WWE are different than everybody else. Cause I wasn't watching Cody and The Rock. I was watching John Cena.
Yeah.
And John Cena was acting like a dude that was fake as shit and waiting for the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Cody and Rock at all. I looked right in the middle. And if you watch Cena right in the middle, John Cena was sitting there acting phony as hell. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then when he went in to hug him, I said, there we go.
Hey, but not even before that, Rock and Travis Scott walk in. John Cena and Travis Scott kicking it in the corner. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Because if they come out together, granted, look, they trying to recruit Cody. So they shouldn't be keying with John Cena regardless, because The Rock wants the setup was, Cody, I want you to be my champion. Cody's the champion right now. Give me your soul and you'll be a better champion. Wild, but hey, I love it. But John Cena get to just kind of just live in there like, yo, they're not even just going to get rid of the collateral damage real quick.
I'm not going to get jumped.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, Camp, I'm going to tell you the number one moment where I was like, it's about to happen. John Cena never touched the mic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
John Cena normally gets the mic at that point and say, hold on, Rock, and start saying some colloquialisms.
Yeah.
Saying some John Cena lines. He never said a word, but we wrestling at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. We know this. When John Cena never touched the mic during that sequence to have Cody's back, I said, this happening. It's happening. And because I felt like it was going to happen, the anticipation for me kept building. And then when he looked at The Rock, when he shook up with Cody, I said, it's about to happen. And he looks at The Rock does the throat signature. And his face went from Howdy Doody to Terminator.
Yeah. Or Evil Phil Hartman, depending on what you watch.
Fam, I said, oh shit. And when he kicked him in the nuts, boy, you would thought I was 12 years old again. Or you would have thought I was, 14 years old, bash at the beach.
Yeah.
I have never marked out like I did, or I haven't marked out like that in quite some time. This is when I say the cameras on the WWE make a whole ton of difference, because man, the way that they put that shit together, boy, that's how heel turns are made. Yeah. So everything that I just said about Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Wade Barrett, and Travis Scott was legit nitpicking. This is not the greatest heel turn of all time for me, but it is definitely number 2. The 3 top heel turns for me, and Hood will appreciate this. Number 3 is the Von Erichs and Freebirds. When I actually finally watched it, I said, ooh, damn. They about to die trying to get back to the back. Fans want to kill them. Number 2, this right here. Number 1 is this one. Number 4 is the barbershop. But if you watch for me, if you watch the Freebirds and Von Erichs, and then now you know the story, and to see that they wasn't gonna make it back to the back, the fans to me make the heel turn, not the wrestling moment, not the moment inside of the ring. It's the fan moment. Niggas was like, damn, the Rockers broke up, but the Rockers ain't win shit. But it was done masterfully. People wanted to kill the Freebirds. Everybody's been waiting for this moment for John Cena to do this, and the way that it was done was masterful. But Hulk Hogan turning heel at Bash at the Beach, and then finding out the backstory, how you had to get there, is number 1, but it's by a close margin. This is a Michael Jordan, LeBron James type conversation when it comes to heel turns for me.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that. I am I don't have it number 2 because now that we really like talking about it. I know look, for me, it's still gonna always be Hogan going Hollywood, because again, I think crowd reaction is very important too. This is why I am, and I seen Triple H speak to it last night. This is why I am an arena guy over a stadium guy, because that arena, you could feel that through the TV.
Yeah.
But I also got, because of how the crowd reacted, Steve Austin and Mr. McMahon joining alliances. It's hard, even though that ain't my favorite, it's nowhere near, excuse me, it's nowhere near one of my favorites, but I got that third or second only to the barbershop. So I got Hollywood Hogan, the birth of Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, and then I have Austin joining the corporation. Those are the top 3 for me. Not mad at the Freebirds joint, not mad at the Freebirds joint at all, because after the docs, I watched it and I was like, oh no, I was like, damn, that like kayfabe was broken at the 3 count. I mean, okay, like kayfabe been broke.
When he closed that cage on that Von Erich head, them white people was like, oh no, we about to get him.
Yeah,
we about to get him. What is a heel turn that nobody really talks about that you feel like should be talked about more?
Oh, off the rip, mine. Roderick Strong joined the damn, I almost
Undisputed Era?
All Elite, yeah. but they are all elite now, but yeah, join the Undisputed Era. Hey, that was a great turn. Hey, look, for me, Dakota Kai. I've spoken very highly about the Dakota Kai turn in NXT also. I always remember this, so it's cool if y'all never want this to be there. But hey, Ricky Morton turned on Robert Gibson and joining the York Foundation.
Hey, for the young folks, that's really one to look at. If you know about the Rock and Roll Express, you know that's like the Rockers breaking up.
Yeah, except they're the successful Rockers. I mean, you know what I mean? The successful Rockers, that was big. That was big. I mean, had the York Foundation had Terrence Taylor at least won the world title for a month, that becomes a very polarizing term.
So it's two, and this is one of them right here. Mark Henry Hall of Fame. Boy.
Hey. Oh, that's in my 5. That's my 5. I forgot about it. But so
that's number 5 for me. That is number 5 for me. If I had to make a top 5, it is Bash at the Beach, last night at Elimination Chamber, the Von Erichs, the Barbershop Rockers breaking up, and Mark Henry. But one that people don't talk about enough is when Jake the Snake took the Ultimate Warrior to them goddamn snakes and turned heel. Why? Because I was legit scared for the Ultimate Warrior. Let me just say this, y'all. As a shorty, when Jake the Snake was trying to take the Ultimate Warrior to the dark side, and he took him to that room of snakes and left him, and then he said, never trust the snake, I thought the Ultimate Warrior died.
Hey, we were talking about the Undertaker dying. The Ultimate Warrior technically died about 4 or 5 times between Jake the Snake and Papa Shango.
The Ultimate Warrior has died enough to where people don't think the Ultimate Warrior came back. That came back is the original Ultimate Warrior. They think that is the ultimate. They think that one is like somebody else still to this day. Yeah. People think it's 2 or 3 Ultimate Warriors. But Jake the Snake taking that man to that room full of snakes and that cobra, and then the Ultimate Warrior was just laying on the ground and Jake the Snake Roberts was at the door. Told you, never trust a snake. So he killed the Ultimate Warrior.
Because wasn't that after the bury me alive, Snake Man? And then he just got him in the grave. He just dumping dirt on him. And like he escaped. So he put him in a room full of snakes.
But then nuts. Right, but then after that, it's the well before that or after it's after that. It is the parlor. What was the name of that shit?
The funeral parlor.
Yeah, the funeral parlor. How the fuck I fucked that up, Kim? And Jake this, and then it gets to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Now this transitions to the Undertaker. And when he closes the door on the Undertaker's hand, when he closes the casket on the Undertaker's hand, I'm like, wow. Now, mind you, let's look at the 2 moments. Look at the 2 moments of Jake the Snake heel turns involving this heel turn. Ultimate Warrior in the goddamn snake pit. Let's also not forget the Ultimate Warrior being locked in the casket.
Listen. Hey, hold on real quick. No, hold on. Because let me tell y'all about caskets. I had been messed up over caskets after that for a while. To the point when I want to say my cousin died a couple years later. And I really didn't want to go to the service. Shout out to the production team even back then. When Vince McMahon was like, that coffin, it's an airtight coffin. And then as they're closing it, you hear, and then they cranking the dial. I was like, yo, what is all of this? Dog, scared the fuck out of me until I was very cognizant to know the difference in the theatrics and real coffins, because obviously they're putting a live person in there. So I'm like, oh shit, they really trying to kill him. It's no air in there. And so And then when they get all the people to lift them out and they banging on, they got hammers and shit. They trying to pry it open with crowbars. And you see the Ultimate Warrior, who was basically crawling for his life, trying to get out, and he just couldn't. And he just sitting there. I was like, damn. I was like, the Ultimate Warrior just died at the funeral parlor because the airtight coffin. I never wanted to see a coffin near me ever in my life after that happened. That you want to talk about the art of the sell? Hey, listen, for everybody, all the OGs anyway, that said that the Ultimate Warrior wasn't the greatest wrestler, let me tell you this. He sold dying and getting hexes and being bit by snakes. He sold that like nobody else ever could. The moments that the Ultimate Warrior sold can't even be done again. That's how great he sold those moments, because he had us scared of snakes. We scared of coffins. we scared to meet people from New Orleans. Everything, all because of the Ultimate Warrior. So rest in peace to the Ultimate Warrior. Hey, you did your job ruining a bunch of 80s babies with all that shit you was doing.
Man,
doing your run.
That's all I'm saying. But now let's get to Elimination Chamber and talk about what happened last night. Let's not start with the top of the card. Let's not start at the main event, because we still got a lot to talk about there. Let's start with the women's Elimination Chamber. And quite possibly the best beatdown I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, man.
When Naomi's music came out, I'm going to say, I said my shit about to be right, and she about to do a beeline to Bianca Belair in that pod and beat her ass. But she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jade Cargill. When Jade Cargill came out there, I just knew Bianca Belair about to get her ass beat in that pod. She ain't got nowhere to go. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, like, it wasn't me. I'm telling you. When she made that beeline to Naomi,
yeah,
I'm not going to lie, Camp. I was cool. I liked it, but I was like, you beat Naomi ass.
Yeah.
And maybe this is disrespectful to Naomi, but that's why I feel like this storyline is not over.
Oh, no. That's the plot twist. No, listen. Naomi got her ass whooped like that because she ain't do nothing. Hey, listen. Let me share with y'all a quick story, even though it wasn't this bad, and I swear on my life. I'm on the east side of Freeport. I'm in my Aunt Mabel house. My cousin CG, rest in peace to him, younger than me. He just notoriously always getting into some shit. But I don't know. We don't like, since they moved from the 622 building, I don't really know. He said, hey, let's ride your bike around the corner. Like, let's ride around. I'm like, cool. So we ride to the East Side Projects. Then we coming down. We riding down the main street where Tina and Tracy used to live, and Marquise. And all of a sudden, a dude waving down. So look, I just got here. I'm on my bike. I slow down, like, because hey, everybody good with me. I'm on the east side. He was like, yo. I slow down. He's like, there you are. Boom, boom. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I get two-pieced on my bike. So hey, it's flight mode. I wasn't prepared for none of this. I'm waiting for some brats to get done on the grill. I ain't got shit to do with nothing. So I scurry off because, balance. And I drive off. I said, yo, what the fuck was that? He said, oh, that's Big Rose. That's Roosevelt. And I was like, then why he ain't hit you? Like, what? Like, I don't even know who dude is. And shout out to Roosevelt Baker, too. It's all love. I ended up watching him powerbomb somebody on the table in 5th grade. And he don't even remember any of that happening by the time we meet then. I'll meet again then. And Come to find out, my cousin, the artist from on the east side, that nigga said, I'll beat your ass. He then told him, hey, I'm gonna get my cousin Camp. He was like, man, bring whatever the fuck you want. And I was like, hey, but privy me.
Right.
Privy me. Hey, look, we're 2 or more gathered. We can get to mob action. That's how all my cousins ran in the 80s. Because me, Mike, and Steve was waiting to find anybody. Like, it's fine. So that's, to me, that's exactly what happened to Naomi. Naomi was like, bet she gonna get her ass. Whoa, hold on, I can't recover. Because she was like, boom, I know she about to whoop Liv ass. But she got 2 pieces in the process. And shout out to Jade, your best in-ring wrestling moment happened at Elimination Chamber last night. The time away, you have drastically improved. I cannot hate. I will not hate. That was great. And we can't ignore the fake selling of the person that really did the shit, Bianca Belair, because Bianca Belair really did it. And we were talking about this in the thread last night, but yeah, she acted her ass off. For me, and this is low key my Guarandamntees this week, but Bianca reacted like that because she knows she got her friend whooped for no reason. She was like, no, let me be out there. So now, and then she want to go check on her. Why? Because she knows she got her ass beat for no reason. But 2 things I want y'all to recognize, because this is where my Guarandamntees starts. Jade didn't even look at Bianca Belair. Didn't even acknowledge that she had anything to do with anything. Didn't acknowledge that she was screaming for her life, trying to get out that pod while her friends getting her ass beat. Didn't acknowledge anything. Just wanted to make sure that she got her out the paint. The Guarandamntees for me this week this was Bianca Belair's plan all along to get back to WrestleMania to win the title. I do believe to a certain degree Bianca Belair is justly pinned as the black girl's girl in the WWE. However, she don't really want to compete with her girls. So what do? You take out one because you know you got to see her in the Royal Rumble. You know you may have to see her in WrestleMania because you know how good she is because, hey, she rolling with you. That's what makes her so much greater. Then, I do believe, and I was prepared to say this no matter what happened on the Elimination Chamber, I think Naomi could have broke that count. Bianca could have broke that count to keep those tag titles. But she didn't want to. Bianca has also been adamant about, hey, it's going to come down to me and her. It's going to come down to me and her. Can't nobody fuck with us. Can't nobody fuck with me. So it's going to come down to me and Naomi in the Elimination Chamber. Naomi kicks off the chamber. Naomi don't make it through the chamber. And so distraught, not sure what's going on. But hey, I'm about to get to WrestleMania though. Like, so for the title, for the match, hey, and for a match that we all want to see, which is Rhea versus Bianca Belair. It is the most box office, and I believe we said that on last week's show. I said nothing is more box office than Rhea versus Bianca at WrestleMania. So night 1 or 2, that's one of the last 2 matches. Maybe the last match, that's over Jay Gunter off the rip. So my thought is, this is Bianca Belair's master plan. Get my homegirls out the way so I get a beeline, fast lane to WrestleMania because can't nobody fuck with me but them. And now they've looped Jade Cargill, who is a superstar, into the main event women's opportunity at WrestleMania.
So I agree with your Guarandamntees. This is Naomi is collateral damage.
Yeah.
She was used as collateral. She was possibly used as collateral damage by Bianca by making it look like it was possibly her. She was also used as collateral damage by Jade by beating her ass, making it look like the Bianca, okay, I might be out free and clear.
Mm-hmm.
I got a guarantee and a guaranteed possibility.
Let's go.
Jade Cargill is going to be in this match. It's going to be I think it's going to be a triple threat. Because I don't believe that Jade believes that Naomi was the person that did it. Yeah. I'm sorry. No shade to Naomi. I just can't see Jade, Naomi being box office. This is the equivalent of Rikishi saying, I did this for you, The Rock.
Yeah.
I did this for you, Rock. It ain't going to catapult you to the main card. You're collateral damage.
Yeah.
Which, for me, I believe between this week and next week, we're going to get the Shawn Michaels Triple H conversation where you find out that Bianca has something to do with it. However, here's my guaranteed hope. What I'm about to say is wild hundreds, but bear with me. You'll see where I'm going here. See where I'm going here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody had to look like Naomi in order for Jade to possibly believe that it was her. What does Naomi have over every black woman except for a handful on the roster?
Ass. Well, I mean, and her glow in the dark tie.
But you said ass. That's where I'm going here.
Rear view.
Who also on the WWE has an ample ass?
Oh man, a lot of names came to my mind, but Jada Parker.
Stop right there. Stop right there. My potential is this.
Mm-hmm.
Jada Parker's the one who did it and was sent by Bianca to do it. Mm-hmm. But in order for it to look like it, you need somebody with an ass to do it to make it look like that was that woman right there.
Yeah.
It's going to come out by WrestleMania because this is going to be a storyline through WrestleMania that Bianca is the one who did it. And Jada's going to help Bianca win the championship. And that's going to be her new girl. That's going to be her new girl. The one she's mentoring.
Yeah.
And they going to be running roughshod over all these hoes as she takes the belt for Rhea Ripley.
Hey.
I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm just saying that in order for Jada to even be like, yo, I got to make sure that this looks like, or Bianca has to make sure this looks like Naomi did it, she got to call the one with the ass.
Yeah. Hey, and not for nothing, the Royal Rumble moment, I don't think we're done with that. And
bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just remember the segments. I don't think the Royal Rumble moment is over for a lot of those young ladies. And not for nothing, Jada Parker and Bianca Belair are honestly the perfect pairing of everything that we want to see from black women in wrestling.
And call-ups are coming.
Yeah.
Call-ups are coming. And honestly, it ain't too much left for her to do in NXT. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if Jada Parker is the one who did the bidding for Bianca Belair, because the only way for Jade to be like, I know it was you, I ain't see your face, but I saw that ass though.
And the better axe to grind would be, yo, how this bitch come here and y'all know I'm better than her. Like, Jada Parker definitely could have a beef with Jade Cargill on the way. Hold on, so you get the main roster love before me? Nah.
And Naomi can try to come back and be pissed that Bianca made her collateral damage and got her ass whooped by Jade. Ladies and gentlemen, basically, look, Let's fuck everything that I said. All I'm proposing right now is the AKAs versus the Deltas. That's just what's need to happen. That's what needs to happen. It needs to be Bianca Belair and Jada Parker versus the true AKA here. And that is Jade Cargill and Naomi. Let's just have AKAs and Deltas fight it out. If we want to do this school days wise, no, let's have Tisha Campbell and her group versus the dark skinned girls. Like, no, let's do it like that. Like right now, this is a West Side, South Side type of fight. This is a fight that you will see at Kenwood. This is a fight that you will see at Simeon. This is a fight that you will see at Dunwood. This is a fight that black girls versus, this is what you will see at an all-black school, y'all. White people, ages 18 to 34. What you saw last night at Elimination Chamber, I can't remember a time. Somebody remind me. Go in the comments, tweet me at JR Bang, tweet us at the FBCPOD. When was the last time you saw black on black girl violence in the WWE?
Man, it's because you know what? Alicia Fox and Jacqueline never. So yeah. Wow. No, this is the first one, and it's compelling. It's gonna be it's officially the most compelling, it's the second most compelling story in wrestling right now as far as the WWE is concerned.
Representation matters.
Yeah.
Representation matters. Because
Alicia Fox
but that don't count.
Yeah, because Karen can wrestle it off. Now, hey, as much smoke as I be having for Jade in ring ability, Karen was much worse.
Like what we saw was violence.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you this right now, Brando, and First Black Champ listeners. That beatdown was bigger than Edge beating up Kofi Kingston before he got in the chamber.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like this wasn't a fight. This was an ass
hate
whooping.
crime. Yeah, that was a hate crime.
This was what you saw. I would not, before we move on, I would not be surprised if Shawn Michaels showed Triple H a viral video of two black women fighting. Hey, yo, Trips, we got to do something like this.
Paul, yo, you gotta see this.
You gotta see this. Oh, yeah, we gotta do this shit, Jade. This is how you're gonna come back. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if somebody pulled up some random black on black girl violence and they was like, yo, Sean, I know you religious, fam, but this is what we was laughing at. So, because the way that fight happened, nah. Naomi did not have a chance. She did not pinch the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And Bianca didn't fight hard enough to get out that pod. Yeah. And we've seen people get out the pod when they want to get out the pod.
Yeah, the strongest could definitely get out the pod if they want to get
But now we have Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Mm-hmm. At least those two right now. We've kind of been hoping for the last 2 years. No, Brando, she didn't. She said afterwards she was going to go. So no.
Yeah, yep. So and she couldn't find her because she's torn between celebrating her moment and checking on her friend.
Right. So are you all in for Bianca and Rhea? Absolutely. Or
Io? Listen, I love Io Sky, like in real life. But not her for WrestleMania. Not her for WrestleMania. A WrestleMania Backlash, Money in the Bank, Queen of the Ring, like with anything else you want to do, Io Sky, I'm with it. But no. WrestleMania in Vegas too? No. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. And wildly enough, for only star power purposes, the only thing that could make it bigger is that it is Jade Cargill added to the match. And they add her literally the week before or the week of. So if they're going to do it night one or night two, because I think Jade is on SmackDown. So literally they got to tell us that she's either in the match on Monday or on Friday. So that way it's seemingly no time for her to prepare. Now, with that, I don't want to see what could happen with that kind of surprise, but I am cool. I'm super cool with Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair head up women's championship night 1 or 2 at WrestleMania, because I do think that's either, if they put it night 1, I think it's the last match. They put it night 2, I have the next to last match, and I think it's all good.
All right, we'll move on from this and even move on from Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Ain't mad at the people in there, just saying that it really doesn't amount to anything because we didn't even see Charlotte Flair jump in to do anything. This was just a love for Trish, 25 years and stuff. But one thing that I will say is Trish Stratus looks amazing for her age. She will be 50. Also, it is good to see women like her take care of herself, because I don't like seeing women come out looking like Leilani Kai when their career is just, y'all know what I'm saying. So let's move into what quite possibly will not be topped. The WWE match of the year. I will hot take it and say this was the best WWE match that I've seen like in quite some time. Started off a little slow, but then when they got to it, they got to it.
Yeah.
And this match never disappoints. Kevin Owens got his win against Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
But he damn near killed that man.
Yeah.
And the dramatics of the announcing table for this match should have been for the heel turn.
Yeah.
But these two, shit. I'm glad that all this shit is kayfabe, because somebody should not have walked out of that match. But then Randall Keith comes back, so it looks like we're gonna have those two at WrestleMania 41. What was your thoughts on Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn?
Well, the first thing I definitely want to say is, man, when you got 10 to 15 milligrams in your system and you see somebody get hit with barbed wire, bro, the sensation that your skin get is crazy. I felt like a piece of my brain had ice on it. And like, I just felt like the radiation. Caminos are great. But man, much like Dio, right? Yo, that match, and I think we spoke to this. Can we see this again, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and still be invested? Can we still, do we care? And man, that match proved hell yeah. Like that. And again, I'm not even the biggest fan of just the whole friends feuding specifically for them, because we've seen it so many times, but they took their match, they took everything that they do to the next level. It was a great match. And we know it's only February. Well, I'm sorry, it's March. It's only March 2nd, to be clear. But yeah, I don't see many matches being better than this. Hell, there is an argument that was better than the men's chamber match, and that was a great match. That was a great match. That was a great match. And the ending made it even better.
Yeah.
And you could argue Sami versus Kevin 9 or whichever one this is, was better than that. Yeah, and man, yeah, and Michael Cole being the best at what he does. He did it right. There's nothing bad you can say about any of this. That was masterful. Just to be honest, like It's masterful. You watch it high. You can feel all the hits. Pause. But yeah, great. I have nothing to say other than that. It was just a great match. I was like, wow. I was impressed. I was like, damn, like this is very real for two people that know each other in real life. This is real for two people that know each other in real life. Like, yo, they kick it. Like, yo, can they really talk after this? But no, it was amazing. It was great. And if Meltzer do that, he a hoe.
Yeah.
If Meltzer get the 2 stars, he a hoe.
Yeah.
Forever.
Now we get to the Elimination Chamber match, not necessarily everything that happened afterwards. But we can see foreshadowing when Seth Rollins curve stumps CM Punk and Cena likes, fuck this shit, and gets the pin. But outside of the ending of the match and then what happens after the cage is up and Cena and everybody and Orton and not Orton, Cody comes in and all of that. Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on the match itself?
Chamber match, you know what? This is one of my favorite ones off the rip because there's been a run of Elimination Chamber matches where we gotta get everybody in the chamber and then the elimination start. I'm not a fan of that. I think for me, if you want to make the Elimination Chamber more menacing, I think there has to be an elimination or two before everybody gets there because there's just got to be some pairings that you just don't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, better luck next time. I would have enjoyed a chamber where CM Punk and Drew McIntyre never even get a chance to mix it up, or one of them and Seth Rollins, because I think it adds to the long-term storytelling, and it can make the eliminations later be more interesting. But for this one, I thought it was really good, man. I thought it was, great, honestly. And I think it's very underrated when we have situations where you got like the definite Hall of Famers, right? Everybody in that match, minus Logan Paul for now. If you were to stop wrestling today, they'd be like, oh, all of those guys are in the Hall of Fame. They need their rings. They need, the busts on the podiums and all of that. And all of them, the majority of them, like they even brought this up last night. There was like the 2 youngest people in this match are like 29 and 38 or something like that. So that means, you got Punk, you got Drew, you got Cena, everybody 40 plus. And for them to give us that kind of show when, look, y'all saw what Ric Flair looked like at 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? like you saw. So this was
everybody saw what Bob Backlund did too. He won the title.
Yes, absolutely. So this is so that was amazing. Hey, Orlando, I was with you, and I would be with you if I didn't see the Logan Paul interview, because part of me does believe that either just to get on the Mania card, we're gonna see Logan Paul versus Damian Priest now.
So we're gonna get into that in a second. But for me, that match is the match that you need to have when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens do what they do.
Yeah.
Only thing that I was missing was my Roman Reigns prediction about he coming in and saying, oh yeah, I'm about to tear everybody ass up. See y'all at WrestleMania type shit. But that didn't happen. But I liked it, including the finish, because the finish foreshadowed everything that was going to happen that night. So moving on back to the heel turn that it ended up happening. We talked about our reactions to it. But now that Cena is aligned with The Rock, what should we expect between these two? Should Cena be coming through with the checkered shoots that he liked to wear? Is he wearing a blazer with a turtleneck? Is he going to cut his hair into a buzz cut again? Are we going to get, as he had talked about before, about having a new theme song and new ring gear. According to The Rock, Cena got on the plane and went to Budapest or some shit, or to Africa or whatever. Yeah, Shannon, we've been saying, hey, I've been saying that match. I've been saying that match since December. So I've been here. I've been with you. What should we expect with Cena aligned with The Rock?
Well, for sure he should cut his hair, because again, he looked like evil Phil Hartman. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman, too. Comedic genius, but he looked like evil Phil Hartman. So I would definitely cut his hair. I think with the Last Timers Now promo and the last one like being that, just like that royal blue, I'd say I like that. I'm expecting the music change. Maybe no jorts. Maybe he got some cargo pants on or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't think. See, here's the cool thing about the John Cena heel turn to me is that he don't really have to change to be something dark. Y'all heard the Toronto crowd last night. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. And that was the match. So there's already a population that's on some F John Cena for who he already is. And this is why, to your point earlier, I am mad at Wade Barrett. Because he could have been like, see, this is why the Nexus had to take him out years ago, and you guys thought we were wrong.
And it was a Nexus mention.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, that should have happened. Bloody hell, Paul. You've seen us trying to take out Cena before. Why didn't you think this would happen? Like, that should have been one of the moments of last night, which would have oversold it for me. And then it is in the top 5. Unquestionably in the top 5 when you do that. So for me, I think it would be cool in hindsight if Cena don't change a thing. This is just, hey, look, I've been the corporate champion. I've been the corporate champion without saying it. I've just been catering to y'all because that run the money up. Cena just needs a promo if we're truly being real, because the very cool thing about this is that all the dirt sheet, all the stands, all the anti-John Cena people, the last 15 years, hey, they're right. And now he's aligned with The Rock, the other guy that he was allegedly and supposedly trying to take down because they stood for different things in the WWE, but lo and behold, they stand for the exact same thing. But I do respect and would love to see whatever character change does come with John Cena.
So I don't want to see John Cena in those suits because his suits be too baggy.
There's that.
Like, he needs to tailor them shits. He needs to tailor them shits before he do anything like that. In fact, I don't want to see Cena at Raw or SmackDown until the week of WrestleMania. I want via satellite Cena. That's what I want. I want via satellite Cena. And I want Cena to explain how he was fed up. I told y'all last week, I lost the Austin Theory at WrestleMania. I let that rock to put somebody over that has done shit with his career since that moment. I've watched Jey Uso. I've watched Roman Reigns. I watched all these people pass me. The Rock does not have my soul. In fact, The Rock could never come to me and ask me for my soul. But The Rock can come to me and say that we need to clean this shit up. In case y'all forgot who I am, I'm John Cena. 16-time world champion, multiple-time United States champion, multiple-time tag team champion, a certified Hall of Famer in this business. And I come to the ring and y'all tell me I suck. Well, y'all come to me and tell me that I should turn heel. Be careful what you wish for. You might get it. And Cody, you gonna get it at WrestleMania. I'm tired of dumbing myself down for people when I could be in Hollywood right now.
Mm-hmm.
I could be filming a movie right now, but they keep calling me back because y'all can't do y'all job.
That's the bar right there. You know what I'm saying? Get platinum selling too, don't forget.
So let me not only do y'all job, but stop bullshitting with y'all and take my rightful place as the greatest of all time, the 17-time world champion. I am not selling my soul. I'm just what's best for business.
Yeah. Hey, and with that, because I love every second of that, John Cena could also add to that and say, hey, look, I've made the mistake of giving y'all opportunities. Kurt Angle didn't give me no opportunity. Undertaker didn't give me no opportunity. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, they never gave me shit. Yo, Edge was trying to take my spot before I even got it. And here I am letting y'all rock out because I think it's right. Nah, that's dead. We're not doing that no more. Hey, I love it.
Yeah, that's just dead. Before we move on to WrestleMania now, Canada moments. We talked about heel moments. But where did this rank in Canada, though?
Man, it's up there. But you had to be there to watch those 90 crowds. Those 90s, early 2000s crowds. Listen, they doing their job. They're doing this. Toronto's still Torontoing. But ain't nothing like them years where Shawn Michaels got booed out the buildings, but yet Edge and Christian were celebrated like they won at WrestleMania. It won't get no better than that. It just like, I'm sorry. And the thing is, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens being from Canada, they put on. They booing homegirl just for singing the national anthem. That was for Trump though, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the crowd. I love the Toronto crowds. They put in perspective that they watch wrestling different from us, so I enjoy that just off the rip. I love that they did all that booing, but then when Bianca Belair came out, they were cheering or just in awe. I love it. Like, yo, they do that for Bret Hart. They was like, yeah, this is the kind of girl that Bret likes.
Yeah,
so we're gonna chill.
My favorite Canada moments. Definitely Paul Orndorff power driving Hulk Hogan at the big event. Definitely WrestleMania 6.
Yeah.
Definitely WrestleMania 18, Hulk Hogan and The Rock.
Yeah.
One of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. Definitely Montreal's screw job.
Yeah.
Or anytime Bret Hart, like when Bret Hart and them came to Calgary and how they was over. I'm putting this at the top.
Really?
I'm going to put this at the top.
Wow.
I'm going to put this at the top because of how historic this moment is when it comes to somebody just turning heel and the way that it's done and who it is. But I'm going to, weirdly enough, and you're going to laugh when I say this. I put this number one because Drake was there. I put this number one because Drake was there.
Because Drizzy pulled up.
Yeah, because Drake pulled up, fam. Drake don't look like no wrestling fan to me. In fact, I see Donnie's comments say, you think Drake told them not to put him on the camera? You goddamn right. Drake was like, I'm not endorsing this. If I put it in my face on this as an endorsement, don't purposely put me on the camera. Like, don't put the camera in front of me. It was like, Drake in the building.
Yeah.
But Drake was sitting right behind, Drake and Lil Yachty was sitting right behind the announcer's table. And you saw Drake, doing his little OVO signatures and all of that stuff.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, why why is Yachty in the front row of every event, and why did they catch it?
Right. But I'm not hot taking it. It's because none of them niggas in the room, it's because none of them niggas in the ring was Canadian. See, Montreal Screwjob is easy because it's Canada's best wrestling import in there. And at the time of WrestleMania 18, everybody still not only loved Hulk Hogan, we didn't see him for a while. So niggas like me was like, fuck dude. Niggas like y'all was like, oh, bring back the red and the yellow. You could say that about The Rock too, but Hulk Hogan was already a heel. They changed him. The crowd was like, we don't know what we gonna get. And they got it. And the way that it was delivered, to me, it slightly defeats WrestleMania 18 for that moment. Because man, you cheat Bret Hart in Canada. Of course, it's gonna be a huge moment. That's like coming to the ring and saying, hey man, I'm real pissed, but I'm glad to be in La Cruces, New Mexico. In La Cruces, New Mexico. Like that to me is a given. But this also starts a whole new road to WrestleMania. Like the road to WrestleMania has been changed. Because also, if you listen to the last show, I said that I probably wouldn't do this heel turn until WrestleMania. Because it might hit more. Oh, well, that changed my mind. So I slightly got it over WrestleMania 18, just slightly.
I got you. I think it was already mentioned, but yeah, man. Yeah, him hog set. Yeah, Montreal created Mr. McMahon. See, the thing is, because you're right. Here's why the Montreal Screwjob literally is always number one to me. It is for everything you said, but it's also for the things that you're not saying. That we like, the things that we didn't know was a thing. Like Shawn Michaels was at peak, no, fuck Bret Hart, the person. So, and he was like, oh, I'm just trying to generate some heat. Toronto fans till this day, if you want my opinion, Canada fans till this day still boo Shawn Michaels, not because he screwed Bret, not because the screw job happened and he took himself out the picture, but because he started fucking the Canada flag.
I was about to say this.
Yeah.
The biggest Canada moment before last night to me wasn't even a Montreal Screwjob. It was Shawn Michaels' return promo to Canada where he shitted on them and played Bret Hart's music and basically was like, y'all thought y'all was gonna get this dipshit? Like, to me, that's a bigger moment than the Montreal Screwjob. Because niggas was legit geeked, like listen to that pop. Oh my God.
Yeah.
To be disappointed?
Listen.
I got that moment over the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, hey, listen. Shawn Michaels, the character. Shawn Michaels versus Canada is the greatest story in wrestling for me because he triples down. He triples down until he found Jesus. Until and yo, listen. Shawn Michaels tripled down on his Canada hate until he found Jesus. Only God could stop Shawn Michaels from messing with Canada. That is it. Nothing else mattered. He humped y'all flag. He blew his nose with it. He got rid of y'all favorite son. like he low-key might have led to some of the marital woes, the drug addictions to the rest of the foundation. Shawn Michaels was relentless against the entire Hart Foundation in life and in death in some instances, until Philippians was read. Yes. Yes. This is a fact. This is a fact. And now he tried to come out in Toronto now, calm. Now he don't want to feed into it, and they still booing the shit out of him. Hey, listen. Shawn Michaels versus Canada is the greatest heel face story in the WWE TKO Endeavor catalog. That's number one for me.
All right, man. Well, let's get into WrestleMania. Let's get into the WrestleMania matches. So right now, let's start from the bottom to the top right now. Either Io Sky. Hey, Shawn Michaels. Hey, Shawn Michaels getting saved after Canada does make a lot of sense. Like, It's like, yo, I did a lot and I fucked up, y'all. I got to go to Christ. Let's start with the match on Monday Night Raw that's going to happen. That's going to determine the champion that's going to go up against Bianca Belair. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, one of the two will be champion and face Bianca Belair for the Women's World Champion. We already both said it's going to be Rhea Ripley. I also said that I believe that Jade Cargill is going to be added to the match. But let's go into the next match where do we care now? And I told y'all last week, I said, depending on what happened, we're not going to give a fuck about this match. Do we care about Gunter versus Jay?
No, and it sucks because they're doing all they can. They're doing all they can to make it feel new, to make it feel like, oh, this is the next level. But now I'm with you. At first I was like, man, maybe in the second hour. But now I'm with you. They can open up day one with this. They can open up day one with this because I think that crowd wants to ride that emotional high to the end of the night.
I don't give a fuck. Why? Like, look, I hope he win. This is not disrespect to Jay. I hope he win.
Yeah, what's up?
But, and as much as I love Gunter, I hope he's going to give a great show. Mm-hmm. There's nothing compelling about this match other than Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, at least make this Rocky IV. You can't win. Like, at least make it that.
Well, they're trying to. That's the thing. It's they're trying to, and Jay addresses it so nonchalantly as the haters and the locker room says I can't do it. See the thing is, honestly, they shouldn't have, if they're gonna do the Saturday night's main event match, they should have made it non-title. They should have made it non-title because at least we could be like, well, this is why it was non-title because you lost anyway. And then he can win the Royal Rumble and be like, nah, we need to run that back. And this time it's on the line. I think that would have hit a little better than literally having the sequence where he should have won the damn title and then end up losing. That's the thing that unfortunately is still at the front of a lot of our minds. And then with that, they're just leaning on that moment in that story because Gunther's promo started off as, okay, that's cool. You won the Royal Rumble, but I wasn't in it and you can't beat me. So, oh, well, pack it up. You know what I mean? And Jay is taking the underdog story. See, that also don't make sense. You can't be the underdog that's also named main event Jey Uso. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. The main event ain't the underdog. The newcomer is the underdog. Jay's been over since he's been the right-hand man. So there is no, like, we're telling the wrong story here. Hey, look, if anything, he should be adopting the My Time Is Now storyline.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are we jumping folks to Zawa?
Yeah.
Why?
Wild.
Like, that's my point. Why are we saving him from Gunther? No. It's the storyline I don't like.
Yeah.
I think the story, how they're putting this together, makes it worse. And then also when you have family members outshining you, because even though he's the most credible to me right now is Jacob Fatu. And the fact that LA Knight went over instead of Jacob Fatu, and we don't get Shinsuke versus Jacob Fatu the night before WrestleMania is pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah, it is, but I get it. I understand what this is.
I don't know. I don't need LA Knight getting a return match against Shinsuke. No, fuck that shit.
That should be on the SmackDown before Mania, unfortunately.
Right. I don't need Jacob Fatu to win the Andre the Giant over the top Memorial Battle Royal, fam.
Well, no, he's not going to be in that. You know, no, it's the Solo versus Jacob. The Solo versus Jacob. That's the match.
I don't want to see that shit either.
Yeah, I know, but hey, this is what happens when the new Bloodline boss don't quite make the waves that they were expecting when they built his faction. All things considered, Solo was supposed to be Jacob Fatu, character-wise. He was supposed to be the one that ended up the most over with hey, this is the next step for you. This is it. They didn't plan on this, so they got to scramble. So now Solo has the task of looking as great as he can against his cousin, because I saw like now it's the power struggle of who run this clique, because they're not the Bloodline no more. And Mr. All Gas, No Brakes, Mr. Off the Leash is like, no, we ain't even the team no more. Me and Tom are just doing what the fuck we want out here. We just homies. We just homies that's fighting people. You think we a trio. so they got to whoop Solo ass and let him know, like, hey, no, you need to just go and be the street champ again somewhere else, because we just out here beating people up. Like, that's all we want to do. We ain't got no name. We ain't got no merch. We don't have no music. Like, look, we just come out here as two Samoans and we just beat Moggs up. That's what the vibe is now.
Yeah. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Do we care again?
No. And I think pairing Tiffany with Trish is to stop the Charlotte Tiffany comparisons, so they feel like this is a new and better match. Which, hey, I mean, they do look a lot alike. They could be mother and daughter. They could be two sisters. And I'm down for either scenario. But I don't yeah, I'm not interested. And the crowd ain't interested either. Like, we don't want to see Charlotte Flair, unfortunately.
Oh man. All I thought was some shit, some stepsister type of content.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Except I wouldn't title it. Mine would have been like, oh, I thought they was related.
Yeah. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair is stepsister content on particular sites.
Yeah.
That's
literally some Brazzers like class.
Yeah. Stepsister teaches me how to. That's that, and there's no and this is no disrespect to both women. That content can be great. I'm just saying that when you don't see Charlotte Flair at Elimination Chamber do anything around Tiffany Stratton, I mean, stepsister content. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah. What are we? They're not even giving us the "you want to be me" type shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is not even giving off Charlotte Rhea vibes or Charlotte Oscar vibes. This is giving off stepsister content vibes.
There we go, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, hey, and listen, another thing where, you know, American crowds are becoming more like the overseas and Canada crowds. Again, nothing to me screams louder about why this ain't working, other than the fact that Charlotte Flair came back and was about to come back and give this tearful, face-driven promo about almost losing her career, but coming back because she misses the ring and misses the fans, and they boo. Like, hey, Triple H got to do that after he broke JR's arm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the history of greats that have gotten injured and have come back, even after some of the most heinous storylines, they've all gotten cheered. Edge, I think Batista took a really bad L at one point and had to come back. You know, Steve Austin turned on America and had two knee braces and 2 sleeves on this, and he still gets cheered to this day. And they want him to wrestle one more match, and he literally not built for it. Like, that WrestleMania with Kevin Owens was hard. That was difficult. So and he's still getting cheered. I think the dust has settled. I think that the verdict is in, and not only do I feel that people don't think Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time, they also are waiting to see the other women that they think are just better than her.
And of course, we got the finale, Cody Rhodes and John Cena. How huge is this match now? Like, can you look at this match and say that this is one of the, like, you know how you got WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. You got WrestleMania 5, Hogan Macho. WrestleMania 6, Hogan Ultimate Warrior. I could keep going and going and going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you legit look at this match and say that this is one of the most anticipated matches of all time at a WrestleMania?
Yes. And wildly enough, because it's Rock and Cena again, but now they're on the same side of the coin. And there's no disrespect to Cody, none at all. But he's now seeing the level. He's seeing the level where The Rock can go back to 2 different decades and say, hey, look, I've been the highest grossing WrestleMania headliner this decade. John Cena can say a lot of the same things. You know, a lot of the reasons why WrestleMania Hollywood is what it was is because John Cena went over on JBL and other things of that nature. And so when you look at that, Cody Rhodes, which is everybody's face, right? You got 2 of the greatest faces of at least this century going head up at WrestleMania, and The Rock orchestrating it. At this moment, you can't make it any bigger. If you pause, Jesus, if the magnitude of this match got any greater, it would get cheesy. What would make it cheesy? Austin siding with Cody Rhodes, and we don't need that. What we got is what we got. This works. This is suspenseful. We are now anticipating Raw. We're now anticipating SmackDown. We are looking at the road to WrestleMania a lot different, because what does John Cena do now to make it clear that he's going to get his 17th title at WrestleMania? And that is a great story in the midst of the main event for night 2.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff be said around most anticipated and all of that and stuff like that, and it don't really be that anticipated. But damn, I can't wait for this WrestleMania. Like in general,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait for this WrestleMania as a whole. And this match, I can't wait for because I think there's a lot of story to be told about this.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Donnie said, Cody used to drive John around. Like Dusty's going to be thrown in this storyline. A lot of backstage storylines about things. It's a lot of long-term storytelling that's going to be told in this match. I can't wait. And as I said, if it goes this route, and if they do a route right, it's going to overshadow damn near everything. And it's overshadowing damn near everything. As far as possible main event, as far as possible Mania matches, of course, the match that I've been talking about since last year. Roman, Seth, CM Punk. Do you believe they pull the trigger on that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The only thing that may stop it would be a specialty match between Punk and Seth Rollins that kind of just closes the door on it. But I'm definitely expecting the triple threat.
I want to see if Roman taking a break or not. I want to see it, but if they do that match, I think it's going to be match of the night as well. So, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. It feels like we're going to be going in that direction. Do we need to go in that direction at WrestleMania though?
Need to do that WrestleMania? Well, technically, yes, because you got two former world champions going at it.
Actually, two world champions who won it at last year's WrestleMania when you look at it.
Exactly. I am trying to see where Logan Paul is at in the story because they've built Damian Priest to have two storylines at the same time. One is him versus Drew. Is like, yo, you so worried about Punk and Rollins and Cody to the fact that you ain't even realized that I'm already ahead of you. So I do like that storyline, but at the same time, there's something to be said about how Logan Paul refuses to acknowledge Damian Priest.
Orlando with my Guarandamntees coming up. That's why I said what I said. Does Roman show up? Because my Guarandamntees in a couple of weeks was going to be Roman Reigns is not going to be in that match. It's going to be Seth versus CM Punk in a step match. And the favor is going to be Roman costing Seth the match, making CM Punk the winner.
I like that. I like it. That ain't bad. That's being great. That's some great long form storytelling because obviously Roman versus Seth is going to be a thing at least one more time. They keep bringing up 2012 too much. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2012. I'm sorry, 2015. I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something to pay attention to. Is also why I wish that WrestleMania 42 would have been in Indy instead of New Orleans. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. I kind of feel like penciled in is going to be AJ Styles and Logan Paul. I feel like that is penciled in. Tag team. You see the tag teams really go at it on SmackDown on Friday. Yeah. Do you feel like that's worth a WrestleMania match or a SmackDown WrestleMania Friday match?
Like when they do like those 8-pack challenge matches or whatever it is.
And like gauntlet matches or a 4-team tag team, like fatal 4-way type of thing.
If they're gonna do, you know what? To be real, they can do the 8-pack challenge. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? All 4 teams, 4 in the corner for the tag titles, because there's, unfortunately, for especially the SmackDown tag team division, I mean, just for tag teams in general, ain't no tag team like them. Like, there is no tag teams that's the ones that everybody should just bow to and it's a level to. So you're not going to make any new stars, or you're not going to increase the value of your team with any just straight up tag team match. So yeah, throw them all in there and see what happens. I think that would just be fair. That's a good second or third match of the night, either day.
And yeah, I've been seeing that this is probably penciled in, but I'll believe it when I see it. Like anything when it comes to the Intercontinental and the United States Championship, I believe it when I see it if it happens. Maybe they do a ladder match. Maybe
like the ladder match
they,
deal. Yeah.
Maybe they do something. But Braun Breaker is somebody who needs to be put in a prominent spot at WrestleMania. Like he needs to, if y'all want him to be one of y'all mega stars. So we'll see what happens with that.
And not for nothing, that's his beef too. That's his beef. Pause.
Yeah. There you go. Guarandamntees, you dropped yours already. I don't necessarily have one because all of our shit's been damn near coming true. So
yeah,
I will make one, which one we talked about on the show. My guarantee is that Jada is going to be added to, well, not Jada, excuse me. Jade, my guarantee is Jade Cargill will be added to the World Women's Championship between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. So it would be 3 mighty women bumping meat.
Well, at least it's women. So,
well, look, man. Last question that I have for you is just looking at that pay-per-view last night as a whole. Definitely the greatest Elimination Chamber pay-per-view I've seen. Not seen them all. But when we look back at what happened, just like, will we look at this? Will we look at this the way we look at Bash at the Beach 1996? Now, mind you, nobody can barely tell you a match that happened on that card. Yeah. They could barely even tell you about the main event. The payoff was the NWO's creation.
Yeah.
Do you think 5 years down the line, we're going to be talking about this pay-per-view like we talk about other game changers?
Possibly. And since we know that John Cena does not have a lot of career left to go, that's going to determine it. You want the shelf life of that moment to live, the John Cena run depends on it. See, yeah, Bash at the Beach was crazy. That was a great moment in time. But the NWO ends up becoming the hottest thing in wrestling after that. And Hogan showed no signs of slowing down. Now, granted, long term, the NWO gets out of hand and everything like that, and then Vince McMahon kills it. But the direct 96, 97 of that is what makes that moment even more historic. So for me, especially since John has not been on TV every week, since he's only showing up to PLEs, I don't know. I don't know. He needs to have more uptick. He needs to have more moments, more segments, because now it's his job to sell us on why that happened. And what he does with that moment determines how high personally I will rank this.
It depends on WrestleMania. But I'm going to save my guarantee for my WrestleMania predictions before we get to it, because WrestleMania just give you guys a show update. We going to be busy on April 19th and 20th.
For sure.
So we will give our predictions, of course, the week before it, but then we're going to talk to y'all the week prior. So we're the week afterwards. We're going to talk to y'all the week afterwards.
You know what I'm saying? If you're out of Denver, holla at y'all.
Yeah. So, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with the Davis family, and then there's going to be a lot of high stuff that's going on as well. So we gonna be talking exactly. So we gonna be talking a lot about WrestleMania as we get to it. But then the week before WrestleMania, we'll give our predictions like always. But we will talk to y'all the next week. So
Yeah.
be prepared for that. But man, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, it looks like, during this time frame, especially if we get via satellite Cena. But as always, I appreciate everybody tuning in the comments and everything. Pass it over to Camp to finish it up.
Yeah, man, and because we appreciate y'all. Love the conversation today. That this is, you know what, Dio has a really good question on the way out. If it wasn't for that finish, was it still the best? Best being the best Elimination Chamber. For me, I don't know, because they look nothing to me. I still do think the original greatest cash in happened at the end of Elimination Chamber when Vince raised the cage on Cena and Edge came out there and cashed in. And I was like, oh wow, this is bogus. So, but I don't think that was an actual Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I think that was like New Year's Revolution or something like that. But man, thank you guys. Sincerely, thank you guys for tuning into the show. Really great and lively live. This is what we like to do after a great PLE, man, and we appreciate all of you being a part of it. Listen, the FBC community is not what it is without all of you and your likes, your comments, your shares, your posts, rumor and innuendo, your questions, your conversation, and just tasteful or distasteful jokes, because we're here for it all. We appreciate it. We love it. It is what makes our community the greatest out there in the wrestling world. And man, we can't thank you and show enough gratitude for that. So if you ever want to talk about wrestling, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, man, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick VP, DOC, and we are out. Yes. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.